Hello everyone, Captain Catnip here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you so much for returning. I thought I'd try a little voiceover today. Haven't tried that yet, and I thought it'd be pretty fun to do. If you like what you see, please like. If you want to say hey, say something in the comments, or give some positive feedback, I'd enjoy it all. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoy the video. We are on Cleanse the Orphans today. I'm still pretty new to the game, maybe 3 weeks in, so I haven't been doing this for very long, but I feel like I'm getting better, getting a little faster, so we're improving as we go. This trial did freak me out a little bit the first time that I ever did it. I think Goosey Poo's got a little bit of a reputation, and I was a little intimidated, but I love her now.
Daddy, who are these people? Let's dig around inside them and find out. Ooh, let's.
Alright, let's talk a little bit about what we're doing in this trial. We're here to cleanse the orphans. We have to go find some films to swap, where Goose is singing a lovely song to us. And then after that, I believe we go to the chapel and serve the body of Christ to the children. It's a good time. It's a weird time, but it's fun nonetheless. I think this is one of my favorite trials, oddly enough, because of how crazy it is. But it's all fun and games. Alright, let's get our ass over to a couple of the dorm rooms now where we tune the radio receivers. Not really sure what the point of this is, unless I'm just not paying attention, but we gotta do 2 of these, at least on introductory. That is the level that we're on today. Get over to the second one here. First time I ever did this trial, I literally creeped everywhere. Probably took me over an hour to do it, but I was with my husband. And went a little faster because of that, but this is the first time I'm doing it solo, and I'm hauling ass mainly so that I don't run into Goose in the hallways, because that never ends well for me. Tune this guy real quick, and then we can move on to the second part. I'm actually kind of surprised I never ran into Goose in this area. She's usually roaming it pretty well. She's a little bit of a camper, if I'm being honest. Not as bad as Franco Barbie, though. That motherfucker. Alright, now to go to the film swapping.
Please report to your homeroom class for a reading from 1 Corinthians.
Get your asses in classes. We're gonna rock some.
This part can be a little tricky. You have to get the film, put it in the little turn tray thing over here, run back outside, press the button, and then get it to your classroom, which also has one of these things. Can be kind of a nuisance, especially if there's more enemies roaming around. I think it takes me a little bit to find the first classroom. I'm listening for her song that she plays on the projector, and I just can't seem to find it for a few minutes. Fucking poster though, bro. Do not forget your posters, especially if you want points added to your grade to get an A+. If you do not get your propaganda posters, you will not get an A+. Or whatever your secondary objective is. Always make sure you're working on those. Keep those in mind. This son of a bitch. That always seems to happen to me. I have the worst luck with hiding in a corner as they go by. They just stare right at me. About to use a bottle here. Great distraction if you've got one. Actually always have a bottle on you. Bricks are great for if you don't have a stun or something and you need to have some type of defense. But make sure you always have a bottle. They're great for causing a distraction like that, so you can continue on with your objective. I think we're finally here. That took a lifetime finding that. We had some hiccups though with the enemies, of course, but remember, we're also still pretty new. 3 weeks in. Pretty proud of myself with how I do these trials now. But I still feel like I'm very much a beginner. I don't know all the tips and tricks. If you're not a beginner and you've got any advice for me, I'd gladly take it. Not trying to be a pro or anything, but I love progressing in this game. It's been so much fun. I've already prestiged once, and then I'm back up to level 37, I think, already. I'm hooked. I have a feeling I'll be in this game for as long as it's running. Try not to burn myself out, though. It's too good of a damn time, though. You know what I'm saying. I actually don't have much experience with video games in general. I don't have like the same thought patterns that gamers do. I think this is my third game I've ever been hooked on in my life. I did play a lot of games as a kid, but your typical like Mario or Sonic or what else? I can't remember. Street Fighter, but that's like arcade, right? But my first video game single player I ever got hooked on was Dragon Age Inquisition, which is not even comparable to this. My second game was an MMO RPG, Elder Scrolls Online, and I didn't even play Skyrim. But I hopped into that world. My husband suggested it to me, and I was obsessed with that. Played it like 16 hours a day on weekends when I wasn't working. And I did that for 3 years. Never got burnt out until they decided to switch from chapter releases to like the content pass. I wasn't really about that. And then the next game that I got into was Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that just came out only 2 years ago, and they're already like shutting it down, right? We're about to go peer-to-peer and canceled that for now, thankfully, because I still do enjoy getting on that game and just running some matches. It's genuinely fun to me. But if that one does shut down for some reason fully, like can't get on and play, I at least have this one now. Super thankful to have decided to try it out. I think I tried to do the tutorial for this game like a year ago, kind of when it first came out, I guess. For console, I play on Xbox. And I did not do well in the tutorial. I think they kept spawning me back. I don't know if it was bugged, but they kept spawning me right back into the enemy that was killing me. And I did that like 6 times and was just over it. So I never made it through the tutorial when I first ever tried to play. And then 3 weeks ago, like I said, thought I'd try it again. Figured, let's just start it over. See what we can do this time. Had a little bit more confidence, and I did way better. Got through it. Didn't die once, so pat on the back to me. And then here we are. I have not put this game down. Sorry for the wind that started to come through there. I was recording this voiceover outside at the beginning, or through most of this, really, but it started to like rain, like sprinkle. So I had to come inside and do this in a different environment because even the birds were kind of getting on my nerves, and the audio was picking them up pretty easily. So we've switched it to a little bit more of a peaceful place. We're getting down to the last objective of this trial here. We got to turn the gen on, go back upstairs, put the keys that we find and the bodies down here into their little keyholes, and then we serve that body of Christ to the little hooligans. I do hope you've enjoyed me just kind of ranting. Not even ranting, just kind of, we're chilling. We'll call it that. We're just chilling, doing the objectives. You know, when I play this solo, I don't have no one to talk to. So I do hope you don't mind this style of watching a trial and listening to someone you don't know just talk the whole time. But this is kind of just what I was feeling. And I don't know how many other creators out there are like this, especially that do Outlast trial videos, but I hope you've enjoyed it so far. And I appreciate you being here if you're still here listening to me chit-chat. I'm actually really very introverted, so this is not up my alley. But I haven't minded this so far. And I actually am not one of those that hates the sound of their voice. And I hope you don't hate the sound of my voice. But if you didn't, you'd probably back out like immediately in the video, so I don't blame you. If you're not that type of person, if you hate the sound of my voice, that's fine. It's not for everybody. But I hope I'm chill enough and I'm calm enough and I'm easy to listen to. I have heard before that I had the voice for radio, which you know what that means. The face ain't good, right? Isn't that the joke? Anyway, I'd never met this person. It's one of my husband's like Xbox friends. We were in a party and they told me that, and it felt really nice because I feel the same. I don't hate my voice. It's not irritating. It's not high pitch and squeaky. I've learned to appreciate it. When I was a kid, I was told that I had a voice that sounded like a man. Do you have a man voice? But I don't know, as I got older, I kind of, I've enjoyed it. I'm drawn to listening to like women with these types of voices too. It's just relaxing. It's the squeaky voices that sound like, little kids that I can't really do very well. But everyone's tea flavor that they like is different, or however the fuck the saying goes, right? We're killing it today. I think I get lost here again. Takes me a couple minutes before I find my way back to the chapel. We can just cut this part out. There we go. I'm getting down to the last thing. This is the last thing you do in this trial. It's pretty gruesome. Feel bad for the guy. But there's other trials that are way worse than this. I think I just have too much empathy. I think that's my problem while I play this game. Like, I watched a video earlier. I don't remember who the creator was, I'm so sorry, but there's a video that they have on Henrietta and her becoming Jaeger and all of her dialogue when she's down in like that sewer is so sad. And I actually cried. I actually started crying over my lunch that I heated up to, eat during the video. There were tears in my meal. It's just heartbreaking. Some of the characters, what they go through, you're just like, damn, dude. Pulling at the heartstrings. We are getting to the end of this video, and I do want to say thank you again. If you've stayed this far, you're amazing. I did not expect that, but I do appreciate you. If you like this style of video, give the video a like. Or if you have any feedback, please post it in the comments below. I hope y'all have a great day, whatever y'all got going on, or if you're going to bed, good night, my friends. And I hope to catch y'all in another video. Subscribe if you want. No pressure there. But I do hope y'all have a good one. Thanks.